Good afternoon everyone. Good afternoon ma'am. So since Junalyn Hilarion already report the what is autobiography, so this time I will be the one to continue the report all about the autobiography. So by the way, before we proceed, I am Princess A. Antimo, the second reporter. So this time we will be tackling about the values of autobiography. So we have here the four values. So since I will read it to you. First we have the for information. Second, for recreational reading. Third is for inspirational to others, and fourth is for self-justification. So first, we will be tackling it for information. So one gets such information as the full name of the writer, date of birth, and other pertinent data needed. So since nasulti ka ganina nga if we talks about autobiography, our own self pwede nato gamiton. So just like the for information. So unsa man nato ang mga necessary nga gamiton? So we have here our name. So kano sa tagi-anak, age nato pwede nato i-include sa information kay syempre if we talks about information ato ang mismo nga kaugalingon nga gusto nato okay pwede pod gamiton what is our status, that is one of the information, gender pwede nato siya i-include. As for ourselves, no, pwede nato siya gamiton. So pwede po i-include nato ang previous nga address or as permanent address, no? Kay para mahibawan sa atong mga readers kung unsa ang ilang ginabasa o kinsa ang kanang nagsulat ani nga mga biography. Next, we have the for recreational reading. So for recreational reading, readers get a vicarious experience from reading about the experience of the writer. So since naanay ka ng iyang name, iyang detailed information, pwede na nato i-appeal ang ato ang experiences. Like just for example, nag-birthday mo, very bonggalicious inyong dibu, we can just add a kanang experiences na pwede nato ma-share with others. So aside from that, sa birthday, pwede pa natin i-share na first time na ako nag-adto sa syudad, ingani ako mga na-experiences, just put a good experiences, not just the good, but you can also indicate your sad or mga bad experiences. So that's for the recreational readings, no? Next is before inspiration to others, inspirational to others, no? So the experience of the writer may be of help to others. So an example of this is the Hidden Pillars, the story of myself. So for inspirations to others, very clear, inspirational. So if you write an autobiography, you can include your success, your mga accomplishments in life. Pwede nimo siya i-appeal just to inspire others. So like for example, graduate na ka, magna cum laude or summa cum laude, you have a Latin honor. So pwede ka mag-create of autobiography to inform, to inspire others kung sa imo mga naagian, paano nimo siya na-claim nga mga success, nga mga aims and goals in life, just to para lang mahagit po ang uban. Kay sometimes there are a lot of people nga if they are bored, if they are walay mabuhat, they keeps on reading. So malay nato one of those times nga pwede nila mabasa ang inyong mismong i-create nga autobiography nga na-timingan pa yun nga very inspirational ang inyong isulat. So pwede ka mahimong inspiration to other to writing autobiography. So last but not the least, we have here the for self-justification. So through reading autobiography, you can justify a person. So how he became a poet, a writer, a hero, etc. So and to give proof that they really deserves that title. For example, example, the Cardinal of Newsman's apology approved Soria Beta in 1864. So, sa self-justification is dili na nato ma-input or pwede nato ma-include nga kanang justify yourself, no? Para mahibawan sa mga readers, maklaro nila kung unsa ba gyud ang ilang ginabasa. Just like before nga pang later out sa previous nga gisulti nako nga kung sa inspirational, pwede nimo i-state pod kung paano nimo na nahimong success. Here sa self-justification, so pwede na rin mahibawan sa mga readers kung paano ka nahimong poet, paano ka naging persons na manunulat, a writer, or a hero. So, since natakal na nato what are the different kinds of values of writing and autobiography, this time, I will give you an example of what is autobiography. So, I will read to you through audio-visual presentation entitled My Childhood by Fernando Maria Guerrero. So, hope you listen carefully and comprehend actively.
My Childhood by Fernando Maria Guerrero. One day, when I was 10 years old, I opened my father's wardrobe, and in one of the drawers I found a notebook. On the last page, there was a brief record written by my father about the birth of his children. Only then did I got to know that I was born on Ermita, on Cali Nueva, in Ermita House, which was the property of my maternal grandparents. In the same notebook, I found some other details that I was born on May 30, 1873, and was baptized at the Ermita Church. One night, when I was a little older, I learned from my parents that I came into this world under sad circumstances in the midst of a great thunder and lightning. What I have not forgotten is my hatred for Spanish artillerymen and for any person who dared to flirt with an aunt of mine, a sister of my mother, which would pass in front of the artillery barracks in Cali Foundation in Canuros on her way to the confessional. I looked with flaming and wide open eyes at these carabos or windpuffs. I pressed my lips together in anger and shook my fist, while the artilleryman would laugh loudly at my boyish boldness and spirit. I was still 5 years old. I also remember other things. I remember that I liked to play being a soldier, and above all, a soy lord. I was frantic with pleasure when my parents gave me a toy horse on which I madly was all over the lower hall of our house. But my joy was greater when one Christmas my mother gave me for a gift the complete uniform of the naval officer, a jacket of black wool with gold epaulets and buttons and other such a sword. Two real medals. When I was a little older, I liked to play with small boats and build them. I was at once commander and engineer of the boat. As I grew older, I noticed that my love of the sea did not abate. Whenever my parents or relatives would ask me what I should like to be, I would always answer marine engineer. Later, they told me that to become a marine engineer, it would be necessary to depart from the motherland, cross the ocean, and study for 8 years in Belgium. I must slowly pretend and give up my dreams of a career on the sea. But I continued to love the sea, and one Sunday after Mass, my father asked me if I liked to learn swimming. But I was afraid. However, I was encouraged and we went. After a few days learning how to swim, I learned and succeed. As a child, I could sing and had the voice of a soprano. Excerpts from the autobiography of Fernando Maria Guerrero.
Okay, so that's an example of an autobiography. So, what do you think? Na-include ba natin ang four values of an autobiography? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, na-include na to. So, that's all for my report. Thank you.